Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 12th seminar of the Saudi Basketball Federation webinar series. Today, we'll start our second seminar of the 3x3 week webinars, and we have a 3x3 coach slash manager. And I'm very pleased to have Alish Kunc, and decided rather than to represent him directly, I'll let this video clip represent him that made by FIBA. Just bear with me. So I guess indeed Jeddah team had the 3x3 team had a fantastic season, and thanks to Coach Alish Kunc and the players. So my friend Alish Kunc, thank you very much for accepting the invitation, and we're very thankful that you're going to present today.
Hello, everybody. Also, thank you to having me here to have this online webinar. I hope it's going to be helpful, and the people who are watching going to find some interesting things to implement in their game.
Indeed, I have no doubt about this. We're also having Khalid Abdulgabar, who's a 3x3 Team Jeddah player, voted as the 6th most spectacular player of FIBA 3x3 World Tour in 2019 season. Currently, he is a player of a Nasr club, as well as being a player in the Saudi national team. Khalid, I'm really thankful that that you're being with us today, and I'm sure many people would love to hear your experience with 3x3 and its challenges.
Yes, thank you for having me in this seminar, and I hope that I can give some of my input with my experience playing 3x3.
I'll put the presentation right now on the screen. Okay, Alish, you can talk now.
Okay, so welcome everybody. Short presentation, 3-on-3 online clinic. First, I don't know how comfortable the people are who are watching this, so let me go first, just really quick through some basic things, which 3-on-3 is different from 5-on-5. So as everybody know, the name already is telling you, 3x3 is played by 3 players, and we have 1 substitution. So 4 players in a team versus 10 to 12 players who are in a 5-on-5 team. We play on 1 basket. We play half court. Shot clock is also different. You have 12-second shot clock. Versus 24-second shot clock on 5-on-5. Playing time is only 1 time, 10 minutes, or till 21 points, whichever is faster. Field goal is counted by 1 or 2. There is no personal foul. There are only team fouls. After scoring, you don't take the ball out of bounds, but you need to clear it. So the game is continuing all the time, except when the ball goes out of bounds, or where is a foul. A big difference between 5-on-5 and 3-on-3 is that you can play multiple games in 1 day. It's a tournament-based system, so you play group stages on the beginning. and knockout stages. Usually the tournaments go 2 days. The grassroots tournaments can be done in 1 day, and no in-game coaching. So when the games start, me as a coach, I cannot interfere with the players anymore. So whatever they learn, whatever the tactic we did together, we did it, and on a game they are by themselves. And at the end, you have link with all the rules, all the differences is a full version attached. So if you are not really comfortable with this, go through. You know, it will not take more than 20 to 30 minutes, and you can get some interesting stuff. Okay, so as we say, we're gonna talk a little about defense today. I think, as I quote some coaches and the players, offense wins game, defense wins championships. I agree with this, and I think defense can do the difference between winning or losing the tournaments. Offense can be affected with a lot of things, with the wind, with the condition where you play, with the daily forum, how your shots going in, how they don't go in. But the defense need to be on 100% every day. When you practice defense, I suggest you are doing both defense and offense at the same time. So with a good defense, the offense will progress, and with a good offense, of course, defense, if they want to stop them, of course, they're going to need to kick in a higher gear, and they're going to progress as well. What you need to build, defensive philosophy of a team. You know, how you're going to play against the opponent. I mean, here for every team, it's very difficult to say how you're going to play. It depends what kind of the players you have. It depends how skilled the players are. It depends, you have tall players, you have small players. So this is everything depending on a team. So there's a lot of defensive philosophy. Whatever as coach you're going to choose, it needs to fit to your team. Defensive team rules, you know, a bit different than 5-on-5 as well. Individual responsibility is way higher than 5-on-5, especially on a defense which I'm, let's say, fan of, or which I think work best on a 3-on-3. A lot of one-on-one guarding the players, because if you help, as we're going to see on the videos as I prepare, you can get easily crashed by a 2 points outside shot. Team responsibility as well. You know, it's not just everything need to be done one-on-one on a defense, but you also need to know when to help, when not to help, when to switch, when not to switch, how to defend the pick and roll, how either you go over, either you switch, or you push. Those are all the things they need to be teach to the players by the coach. Boxing out and rebounding, the second most important thing, I think. You know, if you're gonna box out, if you don't allow second possessions, you are on a good way to win the game. You don't need to be big, you don't need to have a very huge jumping abilities, you don't need to be very athletic. Everybody can rebound. With the box out, you go in a body, you box out the player, the ball gonna fall in the floor, and you just get there and you take it. You know, it's basically a lot depending on the will of the player, if they want to do the dirty work, or they don't want to do the dirty work. Communication, another huge part. You know, because the players doesn't have the coach, everything needs to be done by them, and if they don't communicate well on a court, you're gonna have, as a coach, you're gonna have a big problem. Also on a switching defense, on a pick and rolls, you need to learn the players to talk all the time. You know, help, pick, back pick, shots going on. You know, just make the habits that the players gonna get this unconsciously, and they're just gonna talk all the time, giving the informations to each other, what is the danger on a court. So we go to the next slide. Tactical fouls, control number of the fouls. This is one of the crucial point in 3-on-3. From 0 to 6 fouls, if there is no act of shooting, you're gonna the team gonna just receive the ball and they're gonna start with the handoff. So there's no penalty with the shots. 7, 8, and 9 foul, doesn't matter what happened. If it's not offensive foul or both side foul, they gonna award the team with the 2 free throws, and that's huge. You know, after the 6th foul, you definitely don't want to foul the team and give them the easy shots. 10 and the fouls above, there are 2 free throws plus the ball possession. You know, and once you get in a 10 foul, there's a situation on the clips where I'm going to show you later. Once you get on a 10 foul, it's better not to foul. I mean, it's better to let the players make the easy basket, or even to shoot an open shot from outside, than to make the foul. Because with this foul, after 10, you don't get anything. Then in defense, important thing, how to play the different situation: pick and roll, off ball pick, backdoor cuts, outstanding player, limited players. Those are all the things they need to be taught by coach to the players. You know, pick and roll, you have several options. Either you're gonna push over, you're gonna go with the player. If the player is a great ball handler and he has no shot, you can just go under, or you can zone. Switching, this is one of the options I was playing most of the time with my team Ljubljana. We basically switch everything. We had a big lineup, not as quick as we wanted. We've been old, and the switching defense was definitely working the best for us. Outstanding player. How are you going to guard outstanding player? If the team has one really dominant player, you need to focus defense on him, and maybe sacrifice some other players, and opposite go with the limited players. You know, if there's a very limited player, just, you know, take away the one thing he has it. Scouting report. Most of the time when you're gonna play 3-on-3, you're gonna know the top teams are playing every week or every 14 days. You know the teams, you know the players, you know how they play, you know how they react in a different situation. But scouting report can be very good with the teams you never actually play. You know, there's everything on a World Tour is broadcasted on a YouTube. You can find all the games. So do the scouting report. Let the players get comfortable with what they're gonna face. With the scouting report, just be sure you don't do only super good things the players can do, because you can get the opposite effect, and the players might get scared if they're gonna see the players are just, you know, outstanding. You're gonna just show the highlights. Another important thing for a successful defense: 100% from the first second. The game is too short. It's only 10 minutes, and if you're gonna start sloppy, you're gonna have big problems. It's not like 5-on-5 when you had 40 minutes, 4 quarters, and if you first 5 minutes you don't play good, you know, you still have 35 minutes to to get back and win the game. Here, if you are not ready, if you're not warm up, you will not perform. And especially if you let the team shoot from outside and they have a good day, you know that the game might be even over in those 5 minutes. You don't even get a chance to get back. Pressing opponents, disrupt offensive play, disrupt quick transitions. You know, after you score the basket, the game is not stopped. Put a lot of pressure on a player. There's no charging zone in a circle under the basket, but once the player gets out of this, you know, just press him. Probably will not steal a lot of ball a lot of times or get the ball, but you're gonna cut 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds of the offense. And if offense is 12 seconds, you know, if you take 4 or 5 seconds away, that means, you know, they're gonna stay with 8 or 7 seconds to run something, and then they're already forced to make a quick decisions, which might not be exactly the best decisions. Defense should always act, not react. You know, be the one who set a tempo. Don't allow that, you know, the offense is driving you around. You need to be the one who's gonna set the tempo in defense. Also, if you start a little bit hard, you know, the referee might adjust the criteria a little bit, and you can gain some advantages on the beginning of the game, which might be good later on. Okay, we're gonna go in this a bit later. I have a few videos. The first one is bad defense. You know, the thing I want to show you in the video is from our game, Jeddah against Princeton. And actually, this is the first, I think, 2 minutes of the game. This is what I'm talking about, how important it is to defend the two-point line. Outside shot, behind the line, it's a crucial. Here we're gonna have, maybe they a bit underestimate him on the beginning, but you're gonna see on the 2 next videos, you know, they should not. And this is what I want to say. You know, this shot. So again, a bad defense, bad communication, and okay, you know, I need to give the credit to my team, good execution. And there's a third situation, which down there's 1 minute and 30 seconds passed on that game, and Kevin made 3-point shots. You know, if you are not able to make adjustment, you know, on the beginning, if you not start quickly, as we say, you know, this game might be over before you start playing it. So as I was saying, you know, 3 examples of bad defense for 2-point shots. Defending 2-point is one of the biggest goal in 3-on-3. We're going with together with boxing out and rebounding, of course. If you defend that well, you know, I was keep telling my team the whole last year, you know, let the team beat us with 21, you know, points from inside. Small fouls, you know, this is a great thing to stop the play. I prepare several occasions how Piran play against the 6 foul, use them. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, in a 3rd or 4th minute of the game, use it. You know, you're gonna adjust later on. Here is a good foul from Team Jeddah. Khalid saw the mismatch inside. You know, you push the play. Foul. This is a good foul. You protect the basket. Again, Kevin was dominating inside last year, and this is one of the situation. I'm sure he would score if the Piran wouldn't use his last small foul. And then we have here a game with the Riga, also from Jeddah Master. That's also, you know, would be for sure would be basket beginning of the game. Good use of a small foul. And here my team on Debrecen Master is doing the same job. Khalid saw mismatch. You know, you push the guy, you grab him. You know, just be sure it's not an end-one play, because that's a wasted foul. So setting a tempo on the beginning of the game with a small fouls can be crucial for the later stage of the game. You know, don't allow the team to get hot, to start feeling comfortable on the beginning of the game. Okay, so now we have a few good defenses. Against Gagarin. Here you see, this is the situation I talked before. Team Jeddah and Gagarin already had 8 fouls. So in this situation, you definitely don't want to foul. It's too easy. I mean, if you foul, it need to be something. No, it's not okay. No, let's say it's simple. It's not okay if you foul in this situation, especially not when the players are not in a situation with the ball. So if you, Ghassan, if I can ask you to put this slide back again, please. I would like to say few, yeah. Okay, so I think here there's only one thing I would correct. This switch between Simon and Kevin at the end. You're gonna see it on a slow motion what I'm thinking, but otherwise I think my team play very good defense. So we are pressing a little bit, not extremely. There's a switch between Khalid and Kevin, and I would ask, if I can go back, that they would switch Simon and Kevin again. Kevin was a little bit late here on outside shot, but a good body control. You know, he got the player with the chest, and he didn't have any other option than pass it outside. So I think that's an example of a good difference. This time I think we play a good D.